Okay, guys, I'm gonna squeeze in a quick little live stream here. And I guess we'll start on Bye Bye Bird. We already got the echo on, so that's good. Good evening, Paul from Ireland. Bye bye bird. Bye bye bird. Bye bye bird. But I'm gone. Bye bye bird. But I'm gone. Let me know how the sound is, Paul. Paul says, I remember that cover of Black Magic Woman you did, and I wish you would do a longer version of it. Well, thanks for mentioning that, Paul. Actually, first of all, it makes me very happy that you're here because I'm assuming you subscribed because of that video, so thank you for that. And you're right, I absolutely do. And you know what? That song, you know what, Paul? I can play that for you if you'd like. How about that? How about that? We're taking requests. You want to? Let's do that. We'll pull up the backing track here. That's actually a great suggestion, Paul. We're off to a good start here. Let me see if I can find the exact backing track. I can't remember what backing track I used. Okay, I found it. I think this is the Fleetwood Mac version. I hope. Okay, let me... Just one sec here. So yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very proud with how that video came out, and oh, here we go again. We're gonna have some issues with this. This phone's a piece of crap. I'm using an old phone here to play the tracks through. So as I was mentioning a couple videos ago, I did finally. This was way overdue. I got a brand new Hohner Marine Band in G. And the video that you saw of Black Magic Woman, the one that we're about to do now, that was played, believe it or not, that was actually played on I don't have it here, but it was a blues harp or a big river, something in the MS series. All right, so this one's going out to Paul since thank you again for bringing that up. I just thought that was cool. Might have to let an ad play here. I got the volume turned down. I'm ad-libbing here, so... Got a black magic woman. Got a black magic woman. I got a black magic woman. Got me so blind I can't see. She's a black magic woman and she's trying to make a devil out of me. Turn your back on me, baby. Turn your back on me, baby. Yes, don't turn your back on me, baby. Stop fooling around with your tricks. I need you so bad. Magic one. See, I forget the lyrics. I'm sorry, guys. Got your spell on me, baby. Got your spell on me, baby. Yes, you got your spell on me, baby. Stop fooling around with your tricks. Don't turn your back on me, baby. You just might pick up my magic stick. Yeah, thank you for that, Paul. You're right. I should really try to make a full version of that. That is so much fun, and I realized right as I started playing that I don't remember the lyrics. I don't remember the licks. The other thing is, there's that one lick that's like, the classic one that Carlos Santana does on the solo, and I can almost do that on a G harp. But what it needs, it needs the Alan Wilson tuning. I think the sixth draw needs to be tuned up a half step, and then I'll be able to do that. And I think I'm gonna do that because I have, not this one. This is a brand new Big River harp in G that I haven't done anything with, and it actually plays very good out the box. Not as good as the Marine Band, obviously, not even close, but for a $30 Big River, it plays great. So I was thinking, I don't do anything with this. I could put a custom comb on it and maybe tune up the sixth draw, tune it up a half step. Guys, my back is just killing me. I just recorded like a 40 minutes worth of video sitting in this chair. By the way, this is the Jimmy Reed chair. If you guys ever seen the Jimmy Reed album cover, it's the same chair. I'm Jimmy Reed. I just noticed that the other day, and I had to bring it up at some point. Mauro Alves says, great, nice sound. I'm from Brazil, and I love blues harmonica. Thank you, Mauro. Appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, Brazil has just had a blues explosion. I think I hear a lot of blues stuff from Brazil. And who else do we have? Sigmon, is it gay to think Henry Cavill is as hot as a straight person who is a deeply closeted Donald Trump fan? Wait, what? Am I fucking baked? What? What did he say? Christ. Okay, I'm sorry. I was just trying to catch up there. Yeah, Paul, if you need a cheap harp, I hate to say it. Oh, jeez. If you need a cheap harp, I hate to say this, you're going to want to probably go for the East Top T008K. I think that's about as, I mean, that's like, what, 20, 25 bucks. It's going to play fantastic. You could go for the Big River. Actually, if you can find a triple pack of Big River, that's what I did. I saw on Amazon, I think it was like 70 bucks for an A, G, and a C. And I gave the C to my girlfriend because I just didn't have any use for it, and she had sort of expressed some interest on harp. And I kept the G. This is the A here. I put a custom comb on it. And then Blue Third says, hello from Greece. Wow, so we got a guy from Ireland watching, we got a guy from Greece, and a guy from Brazil. Unbelievable. I love you guys, man. So yeah, I think I might do that. We might have to tune up the sixth draw up about a half step so I can hit those licks on Black Magic Woman. I think if I can memorize the lyrics, this is the backing track, by the way. Huge, huge shout out. I couldn't do anything that I do without the backing tracks. I wish I had the ability to play and make loops for myself. I'm not quite there yet. So for me, when I find a backing track like that that actually works, that's incredible to me. I can't believe it. Because anyone that knows me also knows my timing is horrific. It really is. Unless it's blues or something like this, Black Magic Woman, something I just heard so many times, that and even then, I was just warming up right before starting, and I was doing a Jimmy Reed backing track, which I guess we're going to get to next year, and I kept on being half a beat behind everything. I was like, man, how many times do I play along to shuffles and I still... But, these are the learning pains. Anyway, so yes, thank you, Paul. Thank you, Blue Third, Mauro. That guy with the really fucked up comment that it's just, I don't know, couldn't even make sense of it. I learned to do maintenance on my harmonicas, and nowadays I'd buy only used harmonicas. It's cheaper. Yeah, that's certainly your prerogative. I personally wouldn't, but yes, here's the fact of the matter. If you can take the harp apart all the way, if it's something like this where the comb is plastic and everything else can be separated, you just soak everything in distilled white vinegar and you're good to go. You don't have to worry. So yeah, that's actually not a bad way to go about it. I'm a little, I guess, I don't know. I just wouldn't want to do that personally. I haven't had to yet, although it's getting to that point. just last video I was mentioning I shouldn't even be buying harmonicas to begin with. Just wasted way too much money. Justina, cool window, yeah. Well, it's too bad you can't see any better out there because there's usually some lovely hummingbirds up on that. But yeah, it's not altogether crazy, I would say. Paul says, I find that I can replicate most licks by ear, but can't memorize them. Yeah, me neither. To me, it's always been a very spiritual approach, right? You have to like the song. Sometimes when you're playing, the things that you've been listening to for months, years, they come out and you're playing. Um, that's why I always tell people, don't get caught up on, give me the tab, what's the tab? Guys, there's 10 holes on the harmonica, and the only ones you really use are down here for blues. I never go past hole 6. For second position, I never do. I could do the really high trill up here, but I just don't. I have no use to. I don't like that sound. It's just not. That's why, believe it or not, something like this is a fully playable instrument. Even though it only has 6 holes, you have the entire blues scale there. Well, I'm the crawling king snake, and I rule my den. Yeah, I mean, really, it's only 6 holes, so all you ever have to figure out. When I try to tell people about blues, I could never teach anyone. I would sound like Junior Wells in that Hot Licks tape that he did. But what I can do is tell them the philosophy, which is to understand how blues music works. And once you do that, me between the harmonica and guitar, I can just pick up the guitar with the slide and find the key. And that's the most important part. I don't know what a flat third is or a blue third, whatever that guy's name was. I know that's a musical reference. I don't know what that means, and I don't have to. I just listen to predominantly blues music, and I try to, you know, of course, backing tracks help. Over time, you learn all these things, but it really should get to the point that the most important part is to get to that point where you can hear a Jimmy Reed song, pick up a couple of harps, and go, okay, let's see. No, it's not in D, okay? Oh, it's in E. You should be able to, that's like the most important part for me. And same thing with the slide guitar. You should be able to just, it's an open tuning, so you should be able to just go up and down on one string and find the key. And slide is perfect because a lot of these old blues recordings are like quarter steps, like they're somewhere between a half step, the twilight zone in between that half step. So sometimes you have to play in like E flat and a half, like if that makes any sense. And with the slide, you can do that. You can't do that on harmonica necessarily, but with the slide and a guitar, you can do that. Paul says, that little triplet lick is hard to do tongue blocking. Well, I can't tongue block at all. It's a missing part of my education, and I really need to learn how. It's like I say every video, I feel like I'm falling behind. I feel like I'm not making enough progress. I mean, although I think this year we have made plenty of progress. I finally got those first position licks. That was the big revelation this year, is the first position here on the. This is my brand new Marine Band 1896. Yeah, see? I'm still learning. But those first position licks are incredible. I can't believe it took me that long to get around to first position. I was just very intimidated by it. And now I just love it. I'm gonna lay my head on some lonely railroad iron. Let the 219 pacify my mind. I also got into Big Walter this year, which I'd never really gotten into much before. But yeah, I got to learn, and I'm currently learning the third position. I learned the scale the other day, and I think it starts on either the draw or the blow of one. And I could kind of do it, but there was just some hard to access notes. Paul, see, this is important. Paul Smith says right here, I think I'm lucky. My teacher encouraged me to tongue block right from the beginning. And it's so true because when I started, I was like, nah, I don't need that. Like, I can just go up and down playing single notes. Nowadays, every now and then I'll try, you know? Like, this is me. You guys are going to think this is a joke. This is me actually trying. I'm trying to bend the two. I'm, I'm trying to bend the two. I'm trying to do this. Jeffrey Boyle. Jeffrey Boyle. How would the other Jeffrey feel about you being in here? Very interesting, Jeffrey Boyle, that you decide to join us after letting the other Jeffrey, talk smack on me for, I don't know, a consecutive, I don't know how many sessions. But thank you. You're welcome, Jeffrey. I actually will answer the chat, unlike harmonica and guitar progress. I'm gonna tell him you were in here, Jeffrey Boyle. Play some chord rhythms, please. No. I don't know what that, again, I don't know what that means, but no. Well, do they just mean like chugging along? I mean, what exactly? Aaron, do you mean chugging like that or like some? Oh, okay, yeah. I was doing Bye Bye Bird. I was doing Bye Bye Bird earlier, which is kind of like that chugging. Bye Bye Bird. Bye Bye Bird. Bye Bye Bird. Bird, I'm gone. I'm gonna find myself a happy home. Yeah, I do like a nice little chugging. What's a good other chugging song? I'm thinking, Sonny Boy Williamson does so many of those great chugging songs. There's that one where he's talking about going down the River Rhine. That's such a great song. I don't remember. I feel like he does a little bit of a chugging style. Does anyone have any recommendations? Thank you for joining us, Aaron, by the way. I appreciate that. Christian here says, hello from Germany. Wow, okay, so we have people from Germany, Brazil, Ireland, and what was the other place? You guys are insane. And Jeffrey Boyle himself is in either the US or the UK, I would assume. I love blues, harmonica, and beer. Very good channel. Thank you very much, Christian. I appreciate that. Okay. Jeffrey Boyle. See, the funny thing is, if I told him you were in here, he wouldn't even believe me. Jeffrey, you have to help me. That guy's delusional, and I'm trying to help him. You have to help me help him, Jeffrey. Because he'll listen to you. Or, well, maybe he won't. And Romania, wow. Okay, so we have... I need to put up a map of where you guys are watching from. But yes, Jeffrey Boyle, please, we'll have to talk about this later, you and me, but you got to help me help Jeffrey. You got to help me help him, because that pucker embouchure is complete. I hope so, because I can only pucker, so. Greetings from Germany. Okay, so a lot of German players. I love that because, I do play the Marine Band, handmade in Germany, and proud. That's from Bulky Boo. He says, greetings from Germany. Thank you. And thank you, Mauro. It's something you work on every day. 2 years ago, I actually thought I was pretty decent, and now the more I learn, I just think I don't know anything. Every time I learn more, I just think I don't know anything at all. There's so much nuance to harmonica. There's really so much there that it's incredible. It's an incredible instrument. It really is kind of my driving force sometimes. So yeah, I actually have an entire collection here. I've got the Seidel Session Steels. I've got the big river harps. I kind of want to play a little shuffle right now, but every time I start playing, I instantly lose viewers, and that I'd be lying if I said that doesn't hurt a little bit, because people want conversation, and I do understand that. But anyway, but yeah, guys. So that this has probably been the best live stream I've done. The other three were all disasters. Also, I was drunk for the other three, so what are you gonna do? Maybe that's the key, is to be sober and drink a lot of coffee. I had like so many cups. But yeah, Jeffrey Boyle, if you could do me a huge favor and just next live stream. Well, anyway, yeah, we'll talk about this later. I've got the key to the highway, built out and bound to go. Gonna leave here running, walking's much too slow. Love the 8-bar. So yeah, it's just about expanding. I'm trying to just learn everything, and again, there's just the more you learn. Yeah, there you go. See, that's how it needs to be. Maybe I need to be sober and you guys need to be drunk. And Jeffrey Bowl says, I'm in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So not far from Harmonica and Guitar Progress there in Massachusetts. I did learn the tongue flutter on the, like around there, but is that really tongue blocking? That's just me going like this. Guys, I am jacked up on this coffee. I want to play something good. I just don't know what. Well, check it out. I just did get the brand new Hohner Marine Band Kia G, which means I can do a lovely rendition of Summertime. Put a little bit of echo on that. Can I get some echo? I seriously drank too much coffee. I'm shaking. That's so much fun there on the G harp. And it's hard to do that in other keys because, again, the G's like the lowest. So, you know, try playing Summertime on an F harp. It's not exactly easy. But that's really what I love. That's what I've been doing a lot of lately. I was working on White Christmas and that type of thing, just because those are great bending exercises, you know. Those or Silent Night, White Christmas and Silent Night are two that you would think would be easy. It's just a Christmas song, right? But the amount of bends and I mean, I still couldn't even do it. And folks dressed up like Eskimos, everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe. I guess I've finally made friends with the crossover. I know I talked a lot of shit on this thing, but at the end of the day, we gotta make friends, okay? I paid almost $100 for this. I have to like it. It's not up to me whether I like it or not. I feel the same way about the Hohner Rocket and the Hohner, the Rocket Low and the Rocket Amp, which I've owned one each of, and they're okay, they're good, but something is just missing. Now that being said, this Rocket, this one actually did turn out pretty good. This is my favorite low harp. I just can't help but feel that if I could get the Hohner Thunderbird version of a low D, I mean, that would be ideal. That would be primo. And actually, you know what? Since I got 10 viewers, and we're talking harps anyway, I wasn't even going to bust these out, but I got these big fat marine bands, you know. I got one in G here. This one's a weird one because it's actually just a normal G with an extended upper octave, I think. I don't know why I bought it. I don't know why anyone would buy it. It does play really good though. The low holes are incredible. We've been putting the G harps in for a pretty good reputation here today. Actually, you know what else is done on a G harp is that classic song. Oh, I gotta catch up here. Jeffrey Boyle says, I'll try and help. Jeffrey, I would appreciate it, man, because I am... Guys, just in case you're wondering, I'm talking to this guy, Jeffrey Boyle, because we both know another YouTuber who... he's been struggling a lot, and I wanted to help him, and the whole thing blew up in my face, and... I went about it the wrong way. But, okay, and then... okay, so we got... 007 in the chat, which by the way, 007, I see you. I see you out there in the comments. You're a man of culture. He says crossover is his favorite, and for low keys he likes the Manji. So maybe that might be something that might be worth checking out then. Paul Smith says the Marine Band is great, but that comb. Even as you said that, I was wiping my finger on it, and damn, it is sharp. But again, I'm not a tongue blocker, so for me, it's never bothered me. It's never been an issue for me. But yeah, I'm sorry. What? Well, let me just catch up here. Okay, so we got 007. We got Paul Smith. This chair's terrible. My back hurts, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to hunch. Paul Smith. Bruce Willis does a great Devil Woman on a G harp. Can you guys believe Bruce Willis plays blues harp? When I first realized that was like couldn't believe it. I've seen him on stage on a video, not me personally, I mean on YouTube. I think it's with B.B. King or what? It's some kind of blues royalty like that. Yeah, Bruce Willis, underrated. Who would have known of all the things? Who would have guessed? Oh my god, I hope I didn't have the echo on the whole time. Sorry, guys. I need to remember to turn the echo on for playing and then turn it off as soon as I'm talking. So can you guys remind me of that? Because I only want the echo for when I'm playing. When I'm playing, the echo sounds nice. Look. I just don't want it when I'm talking. And then Bulky Boo says, my daughter gifted me a crossover G harp for Christmas. Oh, this Christmas. Nice. That sounds like a cool daughter. Cost 65 euros here in Honerland. So in Germany, okay. Well, lucky you, buddy, because we got to pay the import. I recently bought this on Amazon. I think it came out to about, I don't remember. I want to say close to 100, maybe $80, $85 maybe. Okay, so Paul Smith says that Bruce Willis was actually a musician before he was an actor. Interesting. That makes sense. You know, well, actually, a lot of guys were. I'm trying to think. I just had an example in my head, and I totally. Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp was a musician before he was an actor. And Jeffrey Bolt says, I like the Melody Maker. Is the Melody Maker a harmonica, Jeffrey Boyle? Interesting. I'll have to look into that. Aaron Valentin asks, how did you learn to play? That's a very good question. I'll tell you right now. Let me just get... We have another from Indo Nintendo. Tried the Marine Band 1896 for the first time. Totally get what you mean by it giving a tactile feel during the bends, especially hole 4. Sorry, I noticed. Yes, thank you very much. Actually, literally right before starting this stream, I did a video about Seidels. And I mentioned the same thing, that it's because I do have a couple of Seidel harmonicas here. Sorry guys. I do have a couple Seidels, and it's the same thing. It's all these, absolutely nothing feels as good as the Marine Band. Nothing. And I've tried Suzuki, I've tried Seidel, I've tried Lee Oscar, I've tried East Top. Nothing comes even close. That's what it is. It's a tactile sensation. When I look at the greats playing Marine Bands, it's no question to me why. It's because they play well. They play good. But it's like I mentioned in the review from today that hasn't been uploaded yet. You gotta like what you like. If you like Seidel, stick with them. You know, like I love this. The Seidel guys will stick up for their harps, man. They love their harps. Okay, are we all caught up here? 007 says I look like Johnny Depp. Well, if that were true, I might get attention from women. Mauro, Alves, in Brazil, a marine band costs 400,000 R dollar sign. I guess that's their currency. Half of my salary. Good God. So, see, in a scenario like that, yes, you might be better off buying secondhand harps and sanitizing them and putting them back together. No, it's fine. I got a girlfriend, man. A little more. Hey, you guys are gonna turn me into the angry video game nerd of harmonicas. Seriously, the video that I just recorded, I'm a little scared to put it out because I said some controversial things about Seidel. I still love him though. Okay, now very quick, I need to get back to this before we move on. Aaron Valentin says, "How did you learn to play from YouTube?" Yes, part of it was from YouTube. Uh, Step one is learn how the harmonica works. You know, you have each hole blow in and out. Then you have to learn the blues scale, right? Which is how embarrassing. How embarrassing. Now, once you learn the blues scale in second position and you understand how the keys work, which is a lot easier than you think it is, you just have to look at the musical alphabet when they're talking about 1, 4s, and 5s. I'm not going to get into it right now. Once you've done that and you know how to bend, you basically, this is how you learn. You play your favorite blues music, whatever blues music you like, you play it, and then you put the, you play along. You just pretend like you're sitting there with them. I can't tell you guys how many countless hours I've spent locked in my room listening to the Doors and just chugging along. Oh, speaking of the Doors, that brings me to my, so yes, there is no better way to learn. First, learn how to play when I say learn how to play, learn how the instrument works, you know, like learn Mary Had a Little Lamb, learn a little simple song. Once you know how the instrument works and you know how to bend, from there it's just about playing along to all your favorite music. You know, just the other day I was listening to the LA Woman album. Well, I guess this was a couple weeks ago. Where's my D? And check out what I found. Check this out, guys. This is LA Woman on a D harp. I haven't practiced it since, so it might take me a second. Well, just got into town about an hour ago. So it's LA Woman. You can do that on the harp. I didn't even know. Didn't even know. I just stumbled upon it. And that's the other great thing. I don't just listen to blues, I listen to jazz. You know, so one day I'll be sitting there listening to Peggy Lee, you know, Black Coffee, just a straight jazz album from fucking 1954. And then I'll pull out the harp and see, well, what key is this? And usually it's in the key of C. And then I'll see how many of these licks can I hit. And that's very important, to listen to what you want to listen to. Don't let some other guy tell you, oh, you should practice to this song. No. Just whatever you're already listening to, use that. Use that. Like whatever your favorite music is. Like I said, when I was listening to Peggy Lee, right after Black Coffee ended, I pulled out my harp. And I just went note by note and I learned a jazz song on harmonica. So that's not necessarily blues, but it contributes to the overall learning of the instrument, right? So that's really the best advice. So I can't actually teach you, but I can give you advice like that, which I think is very solid. Just listen to what you love and play along to it. And you know what? If you feel overwhelmed by learning the different keys or music theory and all that, maybe get yourself a set of cheap harps and go one by one. I do that too sometimes. You know, I'll go to the blues jam, and a lot of times I'll sit outside while somebody's doing a set. It's all 12-bar blues, and you know, I'll be like, you know, they'll be playing "I'm a Man," right? So I know that's an A. Oh well, I just played that in E. Sorry, but you guys get the point. I know that's an A, so I'll be outside of the blues jam with my beer, just hanging out with my friends, and then I'll be like, Gypsy woman told my mother, before I was born. You know, like you're just pretending that you're playing with them, you know? Yes. And I just noticed we have Anthony Messinale here. I got to catch up on the chat a little bit. Yes, harmonica, Gibson guitar also. Well, let me tell you something, Jeffrey Boyle. I never in my life will be able to afford a real Gibson. That's just a fact. But they are beautiful, beautiful guitars. Indo Nintendo says, "What blues slash rock songs have you been digging lately?" Oh man, a bit of everything. You know, lately I've been doing a lot of Jimmy Reed because I hadn't really listened to much of Jimmy Reed since I started, and I went back, and it's like, wow, just this raw, authentic Chicago sound. I don't even know if he's from Chicago, but and you know what's really funny about Jimmy Reed? He's always drunk. He's so fucking drunk. I dare anybody here go any of his songs like Bright Lights, Big City, Baby What You Want Me to Do, especially Baby What You Want Me to Do. Those lyrics are like normally for me blues lyrics you hear them once, that's it. It's an AAB format. There's not a lot of thinking involved. With Jimmy Reed, I really had to sit there with the lyrics and I mean the way that he's got this drunk flow, man. It just killer, just absolutely killer. I was so inspired that my family came over for Christmas and I had my brother bring me my old harmonica rack, which I haven't touched since I don't know. I decided pretty early on I didn't like the rack. But blues, rock, everything. I mean, I just told you guys about the Doors. What have I been doing a lot lately? High and Lonesome, you know, with Jimmy Reed. I'm high and lonesome. Be on your merry way. Well, now you're packed up, wanna leave. And I'm not gonna let you stay. Just everything, you know. I recently got back into Johnny Shines. What a singer, Johnny Shines. What a voice. When he does Cool Driver, yes, I'm a cool driver. Yeah, and I know my way around. Obviously, I can't even do justice to his singing. What an incredible singer, Johnny Shines. What else have I been listening to? Little Walter always. Oh, you know who I recently discovered? George Harmonica Smith. I had heard his name for everywhere. I'd heard his name everywhere, and I just never. But he's one of those guys that his recordings are hard to find because if you go on Wikipedia and you look up George Harmonica Smith, he has an entire discography that's not available on streaming. Now, you might get lucky and find a couple of the full albums here on YouTube that somebody ripped from the vinyl, right? So that's probably your best bet. And when I heard that, I was like, "Oh, this is great." So definitely that was a revelation for me. But again, it's not available on Spotify or on Apple Music. They just have like a couple compilations, so it's kind of hard. And I think it's like that for a lot of players. Like even Peggy Lee that I was mentioning earlier, it's like if you look at her top chart hits, there's nothing really that special there. It's when you deep dive into her early work in the jazz scene that you really a clearer picture sort of comes to mind of the artist and their intention. Because that's the thing, I never ever can judge an artist on their top hits. You know, like when I listen to Led Zeppelin, I don't listen to Stairway to Heaven. I don't listen to, you know, that type of stuff. I'm listening to whatever the B-sides were, the rest of the album, right? I gotta let the cat in and give him his food. So if you guys just give me a sec. Shadow, come on. But yeah, it's just you can't ever judge it based off of that. I always try to, you know, see what else the artist had to offer because a lot of times an artist's top hits are not representative of who they are or even necessarily their best work. Damn it, I'm on 10% battery. I might have to unplug the microphone at some point. I know that's got to be sucking up the juice. Ah, shit, I'm gotta catch up, gotta catch up, gotta catch up. Paul Smith says, I first fell in love with a harp long before I ever learned to play when I saw Blues Traveler on Blues Brothers 2000. Very cool, Paul. Indo Nintendo says, it's actually given me the ability to transcribe Jimmy Page licks. Oh yes, so that's what we were talking about earlier, is just how important it is to learn by ear. You should be able to do that. I never in my life look up tabs. If it's, all I need to know is the key. Again, you need to know the key that it's in, and from there you move forward. But you should be transcribing by ear, and I think it makes you a better player. I really do. Now granted, I'm still an amateur, so I'm still missing a lot of my education, but that specifically is something that I believe in a lot. I think you just have to, you just got to step into it, man. You just got to do it, you know? I do that all day long, seriously, guys. You know, I'll hear a lick, even if it's a guitar lick, and I'll play it on the harp. Jason Ritchie beat me to this. For months, I've been doing the Hubert Sumlin line from Smokestack Lightning that's like... Whoa, smokestack lightning. You know, like something like that. I think, was that it? Yeah, anyway, something like that. And then last Friday, Jason Ritchie uploads the video, and I was like, shit, beat me to it. I was going to make a video on that. But that was also extremely motivational because it made me realize, well, that means I'm thinking like Jason Ritchie, so that's got to be a good thing, right? Okay, so Anthony says, absolutely, our ears are key. Jeffrey Boyle. Mauro asks, do you like alternative tune? Oh, I think he means tunings. Yeah, alternative tunings are cool. Actually, this, sorry guys, I am trying my best to catch up on the chat. It's just a lot for one man to handle. In regards to custom tunings, yes, I make my own. This Seidel Big 6, once I got a few more A's and I didn't really play this anymore, I took it apart one day and I turned it into the Alan Wilson tuning. By the way, I just have to mention, I don't know if it was Will Wild or somebody else, somebody out there, took the exact same tuning that Alan Wilson used and called it their tuning. Like they called it this person's name tuning. I noticed that a few months ago. And I remember thinking, no, you didn't come up with that. Alan Wilson came up with that in like 19... Well, and who knows if even he came up with it. Ooh, Anthony, you retracted a message. What did he say, guys? What did he say? Will, yeah. Slim Harpo, is that who you guys are talking about? Yeah. Hey, by the way, if you guys like Slim Harpo, sorry, still catching up on the chat here. If you guys like Slim Harpo, very, very recently, I think as recently as last year, a documentary, brand new documentary about Slim Harpo was released, and it's very cool. You guys should check it out. It's right here on YouTube for free. Please don't leave the stream to do that, but just put it on your, you can maybe search it and put it on your watch next or play next. Very great documentary. Oh, 3 people just left. There's a great documentary on Slim Harpo. You guys got to check it out. It's so good, and it's new. It just came out like a year or 2 ago. So yes, dude, Slim Harpo is great. You know what I love about him? He's got that swampy sound, and he always plays the B flat. He's like me. He's a B flat lover, dude. What's that one? How does down. Guys, you're supposed to remind me to turn off the echo when I'm talking. I just realized it's been on that whole time. But I guess it didn't bother anybody if nobody said anything. Yeah, no, Slim Harpo rules. Got love if you want it. That's what it was called. Got love if you want it. Oh, whoa. I got a lot of stuff cluttering up the table here. You guys want to see my cat? Shadow, come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Oh, he's a big boy. He's a big lung boy. Oh. Love that little bastard. It's my best bud. Oh, this is great. This Tom Dog, he used to be subscribed to the old Foreman's Basement channel. He says, hey bro, you have grown so much since your days of reviewing cannabis products. Good to see you invested in something that makes you happy. Well, very little things make me happy, my friend, unfortunately. But yes, it's always um, it's always a very heartfelt moment. Anytime somebody says, "I used to watch your old videos," that genuinely that hits right here. Um, we're not gonna get into it because it'll make me sad. But every now and then somebody will be like, "Hey, I used to be subscribed to your old channel, way back in the day," and it just that just means the world to me. Thank you, Tom Dog. Aaron says, in Romania, if you play harmonica, people will think you're a homeless junkie guy. Yeah, I think in a lot of Europe, there's that perception, even in my own country, in Spain. I mean, I'm living in California now, but I'm from Spain. And I think around the world, same thing in India, maybe even, uh, especially for a diatonic player, it really has that hobo sort of look to it. It's a real shame because most people don't know that you can make saxophone noises, on a harp. I think a lot of people just don't know what the instrument is capable of. I mean, when I go to a blues jam, if it's one that I haven't been to before and I tell them I play harmonica, I see that look on their face. I know what they're thinking. They're thinking this. That's what they're thinking in their mind when you say I play harmonica. They're not thinking. They're not. Shadow! What are you doing, crazy boy? Get down from there. They're not thinking that. They're thinking Bob Dylan blowing as hard as he can. Shadow, don't do it, my boy. Don't do it, me boy. Shadow, I'm watching you. So yeah, it's very difficult when you walk up to a blues jam, and most people have that perception, and it's very difficult. Um, but what can be said? Most people just don't have. Yeah, okay, I really got to catch up. Anthony says, "I love Sonny Boy 1." Yes. Oh, help me. That's a good one. Okay, Mister. Okay, Mister. Okay, Mister. Okay, okay. Get down. Come on. Get down. Come on. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Oh, sorry, guys. This cat. Yeah. He has a bit of food insecurity, so if you let him in the kitchen, he's always like opening drawers with his paws and just seeing what he can get a hold of. Um, yes, help me. I haven't seen the Will Wild lesson, but I got to tell you, for me, it's just the Alan Wilson version. How does it start? It goes like. I don't know. He does something fancy there that I've never been able to quite recreate on the spot. It's like bum 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 bum. Oh yeah, and then he does one of those. Fucking love that lick, dude. That's a good lick. I think he does that at the end. Guys, if we have learned nothing else, it's that coffee can fuck me up just as much as drugs because my heart will not stop beating. I'm sweating in this. Paul Smith says B flat. Yeah, we've got a couple guys in here talking about the love of the B flat. I'm still catching up here. Paul Smith says, my neighbor knows all about harmonica when I'm pissed and turn the amp on at 1 a.m. Oh man, what a menace. And 007 says that he is too shy to play at a jam unless he's drunk. Well, you think I'm going to the jam sober? You think I'm ever sober if I'm on stage? Buddy, come on. No, seriously, I recently did 84 days of sobriety that ended, I think, in November. That entire time that I was sober, it was 84 days, I went to jams. And by God, did I play some awful sets because there's no flow, right? There's no. Um, some people have a naturally good energy from inside, and those of us that don't end up abusing drugs and alcohol. So, um, 007, don't be ashamed by that at all. I don't even know if I could play without liquor. I mean, I know I can because, again, when I did the 84 days sober, it was fine. It's just what I realized was that I just don't have as much inspiration to play. I don't play as long. I don't practice as much, and I enjoy it less, a little bit less. Yes, Blind Owl Wilson. What a cool dude. I read that book, Blind Owl Blues. That's a very good one. Wanted to show you guys this really cool Jimmy Reed backing track I found earlier. Bright lights, big city. Gone to my baby's head. Bright lights, big city. Gone to my baby's head. I tried to warn the woman, she wouldn't believe a word I said. Go ahead, pretty baby, gonna need my help someday. Whoa, pretty baby, gonna need my help someday. And I wish that you had listened to some of these things that I said. Anyway, what a disaster. I tried though, but I really need to learn. I have a lot of licks in my head, but they're just jumping around in there. I need to find a way to organize them somehow because sometimes when I'm on stage, at home I'm totally fine, and then as soon as I step onto the stage, um, it's like my brain goes blank, and then of course I can hear the turnaround coming, and I'm like, oh God. It's like a kid in class. I can hear the turnaround coming, and I'm like, I hope that they don't call on me. And sure enough, that turnaround comes around. My buddy Lucas turns around, points to me. Go, Frank, show him what you got. And I'm just like, I got nothing. It's just let me just chug along. I'll just hit the root chord. I'll be, dude. Sometimes I swear I'm like standing off to the side. Like I'll plug in my harmonica microphone, and I'll just step down the stairs and go to where like the barrels are, and I'll just play from there. It's kind of cool because it's like I'm a little dude in the corner playing, and then I don't have to like face the wrath of the audience. I kid, of course. I love the audiences. We got a request for 9 Below Zero here. You guys have noticed I'm not really playing full songs. I think for the live stream it's better to just hit a couple licks here and there, a verse here and there. Yes, 9 Below Zero. The little girl, she put me down. How do those... I know the song, I just don't remember the lyrics. 9 Below Zero. And the little fool put me down. He says do it on an F, which it's true. That's what you're supposed to do it on. 9 Below Zero. And the fool have put me down. She know I got nowhere to stay. And I don't have a lousy dime. That's a cool song. Oh my god, I can't believe the phone hasn't died yet. We got 4% still. Just be ready for me to log off at any minute now. King bee, sure, yeah. Well, I'm a king bee, buzzing round your hive. Well, I'm a king bee, buzzing round your hive. Together we can make honey. Let me come inside. I'm young and able to buzz all night long. I'm young and able to buzz all night long. You hear me buzzing, baby? Some stinging is going on. Well, fucking love Slim Harpo. That's so funny you guys mentioned Slim Harpo too, because I just got back into him, dude. I just got I was super into him for a while a few years ago when I was working at the pizza place. And the other day I saw that documentary and it just brought it all back. And I've been singing Slim Harpo again, yeah. No, no, Bulky. I'm trying to tell you, brother. You don't need the tabs. You just need to know that it's on a B flat. That's what you need to know. I'm telling you, you don't need. You think I went up and looked at? No, I just heard. I'm a king bee. Fine. You want tabs? It's below 4. It's below 4. Below 4. Some kind of 3 bend, and then some kind of 2 draw. Again, I can't articulate it. I really can't. 007 says canned heat. Yes, well, I love canned heat. I mean, you guys know I'm a canned heat maniac. Nobody likes canned heat the way I do. Alan Wilson has just had such an incredible influence on me. I couldn't even, especially his work. I mean, all of it is very important to me. But his work with John Lee Hooker, you know, when he's doing that, it's kind of like. I'm trying to remember. Hang on. I know it's got the foot tapping. It's a classic foot tapper. Bum, 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 bum. Everybody talk about it. Burning hell. Ain't no hell, ain't no. Ain't no burning hell. Where I go when I die, ain't nobody tell. I feel like there's something missing too. There might be a 4-hole draw in that one 4 blow in that as well. I don't know. That 4 blow is actually so interesting. I never would have thought about it really, but you actually do use it quite a bit. I was just watching Jason Ritchie's new video about Commit a Crime, which is also on an A harp, and it's like. Well, that sounded like Pink Floyd. That totally sounded like Pink Floyd. No, but you guys know what I mean, though, right? Commit a Crime by Howlin' Wolf. I'm gonna leave that woman before I commit a crime. Is King Bee the Trill song? I don't know. Is it? Mauro says, I would like to recommend a Brazilian blues harmonica player. Robson Fernandez. Robson Fernandez Sampa Blues is the recommendation, guys. So check it out. That's a Brazilian blues harmonica player. Yeah, trust me, Bulky. You got to do it, man. You got to just. The most important part is to have an understanding of what it means to find the key of the song. But once you have that, most of it is second position, and it all uses the same notes. And again, you're never going past hole 6, so you just really got to hammer that in. First, you find the key, and then you're basically should be all set to go. Guys, we're probably going to be wrapping up here. I mean, I probably got 2% battery. We had it, well, still 3%. Very impressive. We've had actually just a lovely stream. I thought this was going to be a terrible stream, and it ended up being great. I'm going to publish this one on the channel. Jeffrey Boyle, love to see you in here, dude. You and me got to talk somehow. Go comment on my videos or something, because Jeffrey Boyle, you know what I mean when I'm trying to help this friend of ours. Maybe I did do it the wrong way, but you know that I mean, anyway. So Jeffrey Boyle, all of you guys, seriously, Bulky Boo, Paul Smith, 007, Anthony Messino, Jeffrey Boyle, Aaron Valentine, Tom Dog, Mauro, Bulky Boo. I'm sure I'm missing some others, but I try to mention you all. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm gonna have to do another one of these. Yeah, and be on the lookout for the new video on the Seidel harmonicas coming out soon. Hopefully you guys don't hate me for that one. Yes, have a great evening, gentlemen. It's still 2:33 here in California, but you guys, hope you had a good Christmas, and I really enjoyed this talk with all of you guys, man. But it really brought some life into me. Thank you, Bulky Boo. Yes, I hope to see you guys again. Thank you very much. Mauro, have a good night. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you all taking the time, not just to watch, but especially the chatters, you know. If it wasn't for the chatters, I might have had a lot of awkward dead silence. So, thank you. Okay, gentlemen, signing out. Thank you all so much. Paul Smith, I might take you up on that, actually. Paul Smith, is there some way you can give me your email? Maybe you can drop your email for me. Because I'm doing a family therapy thing too, but I would like an individual counseling as well. Okay, all right. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you're just joining us now, the show's about to end. You guys can go back, hit that slider all the way to the beginning. This was a pretty decent one. Thank you all.